Well, I hope you enjoyed that beautiful report about Kuwait's heritage and history. And we have with us right now a very distinguished guest right here in the studio. We have with us Mr. Fahd Ghazi Aalabduljaleel. And Mr. Fahd is a researcher in Kuwait's history, as well as the treasurer of the Kuwait Heritage Society and a member of the Kuwait Writers Association. And he's basically an expert with a lot of background in Kuwait's history. Fahd, we'd like to welcome you to our program, Hello Kuwait.
Thank you so much. First of all, I would like to thank you for inviting me to your show. And I'm very proud to announce the official launch of Kuwait Heritage Society.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you with us right here on the program and talking about Kuwait's very long and rich history for our audience watching right here in Kuwait or wherever they may be watching. So tell us a little bit about, a little background about Kuwait's history, when it was first recognized on the map, please, Fahd.
On the map?
Yes.
Before 308 years, the year 1709 marked the first mention for Kuwait in a document by a Syrian traveler called Murtada bin Alwan, who visited Kuwait on the same year, 1709.
So more than 300 years.
Yeah. However, the first mention for Kuwait on a map was in 1765 by the famous German traveler Christian Nebel.
Okay, and then I believe after that the 18th and 19th century were well visited Kuwait by a lot of British and French. What were their opinions at that time about our beloved country?
To be frank, the feedback was very positive. Their diaries included lots of information about Kuwait, valuable information. Actually, they got information about Kuwait, which they got from observing the lifestyle in Kuwait back then. They documented the social and economical sides of Kuwait, such as Kuwait Old Harbor, ships, imports, exports, markets, population, and also they documented the political system of Kuwait and many other things. And as I mentioned, the feedback was really positive about Kuwait.
Yeah, in fact, Kuwait has a strong economic and great relationship over the decades with India, especially the trade back and forth economic. Touch on that a little bit, please. Can you tell us about that, please, Fahd?
Yeah, the relationship with India started in 18th century, in the end of 18th century. In 1775, during Sheikh Abdullah the second era, who was the during Sheikh Abdullah the first, Abdullah al-Awwal, Sheikh Abdullah the first era, he was the second ruler of Kuwait. This relationship with India, there was a positive impact on Kuwait economy at that time.
Okay, that's a great thing, and you also, many of the things, you're an expert in Kuwait's history, a researcher in Kuwait's history, and you're also the treasurer of the Kuwait Heritage Society, as well as a member of the Kuwait Writers Association. Tell us now about the society, please, Fahd. When was the Kuwait Heritage Society established, please?
It was officially established recently in 2017. However, our efforts as member have started a while back to preserve the heritage of Kuwait. This is the main objective of the society. Actually, the pre-launch phase took around 6 to 8 months. During this period, we had many meetings internally and with governmental entities, with relevant governmental entities and institutions.
Okay, so the society is really a great thing. It keeps, track of Kuwait's history, which you were mentioning just earlier.
Yeah.
So it's nice to keep that for the people who would like to know more about it. And you brought some very nice English things here
Material,
also,
yeah.
some material. Could you show us? There was a very
Yeah, yeah,
interesting
yeah.
when it said London something right
Actually,
there.
this
Can
is,
you put that up
yeah.
for the camera, please, and
This
talk
is,
about that?
Yeah, this is my collection.
Up a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a collector.
Uh-huh.
So I've been collecting this material from different countries. This is a very famous newspaper.
The Illustrated
London News.
Yeah. Please keep it
issued
this
in
way for audience to see.
July 8, 1961.
MashaAllah, long time ago.
Yeah, Sheikh Abdullah Salim received many letters from different countries supporting Sheikh Abdullah Salim. You know, at that time in 1961, Abdul Karim Qasim was threatening Kuwait.
Yes.
So
these were all positive
yeah.
support and letters
Yeah.
For Kuwait.
Yeah, for Kuwait
That's
at
really
that
nice.
time. Yeah.
Very nice.
And
What else do you have here?
And we
Fahd?
have this a famous book about Kuwait with star and crescent,
Very nice.
printed in the end of 19th century by American traveler called Losher. He has visited Kuwait in 1868, and he met the fifth ruler of Kuwait, Sheikh Abdullah the second. And actually, he documented many valuable information about Kuwait at this time in this book.
Amazing. What
Yeah.
else do you have here, Fahd?
This one, the Arab at Home, Paul Harrison, printed in 1924. This book about the American mission in the Gulf, and including the American mission in Kuwait through the American embassy, which is the first hospital in Kuwait, opened in 1913 during Sheikh Mbarak al-Sabah era.
MashaAllah, Fahd, how did you get involved in the history and all this? Show us this book and tell us about
Yeah.
that, and tell us about yourself, how you got involved.
Yeah, this is Sons of Sindibad, printed in 1940 by Alan Fillers. He's Australian travelers. Actually, he met one of the most famous captain in Kuwait, named Nokhida Ali Najdi. Yeah, he's a very famous.
Yes.
And he wrote a valuable information about our heritage, Kuwait marine history.
Yeah, so this is very amazing.
Yeah,
So,
it's a very rare books. Yeah.
so Fahd, how did you get? You're a historian and everything. So have you, since you were young, liked history of Kuwait?
Yeah, it's my hobby, but it's not my major. You
Okay.
know, I'm accountant, graduated from Kuwait University, accounting major.
MashaAllah.
But as I mentioned, it's my hobby and passion. Yeah.
Okay, that's great to hear. And we have some footage on the screen. I believe you have a nice library at home.
Yes, I
Yes,
do.
and like
Yeah.
to keep memory of
Yeah,
Kuwait's
it's a private
history.
library consisting of many, hundreds or thousands rare books about Kuwait history. Books, rare documents,
Nice.
original documents, photos, and museum as well. I have a museum.
Very nice. And
Yeah.
it was nice to see some of that footage. You were kind enough to let our camera crew take some footage there. And now back to the Kuwait Heritage Society, Fahd. Tell us a little bit about the committees. There's some committees it's composed of.
Yes.
Can you tell us about that, please?
Yeah, sure. Actually, the society is composed of a number of committees focusing their efforts toward major themes, such as museums and old craftsmanship. We have also another committee concerned about libraries and
Very
culture.
nice, very nice.
Another committee is specialized. We have here specialized in old documents and old photos. Actually, each of these committees is committed to documenting relevant information and preservation, in addition to a number of committees in charge of administrations and operational affairs.
Okay, so a lot of great objectives and so forth. So tell us about the members that you have there, please, Fahd.
Actually, you want our objectives or
Yes,
the
tell us about the objectives
Okay.
and the members.
Okay, the main objective is to preserve Kuwait heritage. We have different plans and strategies to achieve our goals and objectives, including holding lectures and events, organizing exhibitions, publishing an in-house journal featuring historical information, also preserving the old and original Kuwaiti tongue, dialect, promoting cultures through social media to target young crowds. Actually, we want to add a value to current resources about Kuwait history through extensive research in international archive.
Very good. Tell us now, what about the members?
Okay.
You have a lot of members, males, females, all. Tell
Yes.
us about that.
The society includes a very interesting combination of members from different backgrounds. Those researchers and historians were unified for the love of Kuwait.
Very nice.
So their main objective is to preserve Kuwait heritage, as I mentioned.
Okay. Are there any other components that you'd like to talk about in the heritage field, please, Fahd?
Yeah, actually, also I'm gonna talk about the experience of the members.
Yes, tell us about
yeah,
that.
The society includes 45 members.
Okay.
The combined experience of the members gives the society a unique essence. The expertise is enhanced by the possession of rare and valuable assets, such as cultural assets, such as books, documents, photos, museum, as well their own publications, the members' publications as well.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so many great things going on
Yeah,
at this
hopefully, these will
society.
add value to the society to help the society to reach its goals.
Do you cooperate with any other committees or organizations like Beit al-Sadu, the Cultural Council, etc., to further collaborate on projects?
Yeah, of course. We are still in our beginnings. However, our hands and hearts are open for any potential cooperation with these entities.
Different entities,
Yeah,
no?
different entities.
And people may be watching, or people that later on to become members, they can be if
Yes.
they have information to
Yeah,
help them.
if they have museums, if they are interested in Kuwait history, they are most welcome to join the society.
Okay. So what, Fahd, future plans do you have? Now it's summertime. Do you have any activities that you'll have coming up?
Yeah.
Events that you would like to tell our audience about, please?
Yes, actually,
Tell us what you have.
yeah, we have a very ambitious long-term plan, but we will focus at this stage on obtaining a location for the society.
Okay.
Now we have to look for a location for the society. As I mentioned, publishing our in-house journal and participating in events with historical themes.
Okay, well, very well said. And at the end of our interview, Fahd, we'd like to thank you so much for being our guest, and we wish you and the society all the best of luck in your future endeavors.
Thank you so much, Tariq. Actually, I would like to thank you for your efforts. I would like to thank the audience for their time. We are very excited and we look forward to achieve our goals and targets.
Inshallah, we wish you and all the members the best of luck in the future. Thank you for
Thank you, sir.
being our guest this evening. And we were speaking to Mr. Fahd Ghazi Aalabduljaleel, and Mr. Fahd is a researcher in Kuwait's history, as well as the treasurer of the Kuwait Heritage Society and member of the Kuwait Writers Association, and an expert in Kuwait's history. We appreciate his time with us right here on Hala Kuwait. Right now we're going to move on to our next segment and a report about our book club that we have on a weekly basis. And this week in the book club they're going to be talking about the very popular Harry Potter books. So let's go take a look at this report and then be back right here on the program. Stay tuned.